President Trump starting off the second week of his second term with more executive orders, this time allowing for the reinstatement of some 8,000 service members who were discharged during the height of the pandemic for refusing to get the COVID-19 vaccine. A law signed by then President Biden in late 2022 did lift the vaccine requirement. All of this, though, as the CIA on Saturday said it has shifted its previous assessment and now believes the virus originated in a Chinese lab. However, the agency is also acknowledging it has, quote, low confidence in this new conclusion. So let's get out to NewsNation's Joe Khalil, live for us in Washington. Joe, let's start first with the executive order. What does that include?
Yeah, interesting executive order among a couple of them now. The one that we're focusing on would allow for any military member who was discharged back in 2021 for not complying with the COVID vaccine mandate to then re-enlist now and get full back pay. And according to the fact sheet that we got from the Trump White House, not only would it allow them to re-enlist, it would also give them their full benefits back, and it would give them their rank back at the point that they were discharged. Now, the Biden administration back in 2022 and 2023 said that about 8,400 members of the military were discharged as a result of this policy. The vast majority of them, looking at the numbers that we have now seen, have not returned back. So this new executive order, Pete Hegseth, the new Secretary of Defense, is hoping might incentivize a good percentage of them to come back. Now, at that time, when it comes to just percentages, it wasn't a massive number. We're talking about 1% of the Air Force, the Navy, the Marine Corps, and about 2% of the Army. But Nichole, when you look at the recruiting goals that all of these branches have and how over the last year or two they've fallen short of their recruiting goals, obviously, any numbers that are in the thousands are going to have some kind of impact. So that's the goal. That's the hope behind this executive order that President Trump is going to sign at some point later on today.
Okay, so Joe, let's talk about the other thing we mentioned in the lead here. The CIA now saying that it's likely a lab leak did cause the COVID outbreak, but admits that it has, quote, low confidence in its own assessment. So why the change?
What's interesting is that this is actually coming not from the Trump administration, but from the Biden administration. Back in December, just before they left office, the National Security Advisor, Jake Sullivan, ordered the CIA to take another look at the evidence they already had, and they came to the conclusion that this was the most likely reason behind COVID spreading, was that it leaked from this lab, and it was classified. What happened now that Donald Trump is in office and he's got a new CIA director, the director, John Ratcliffe, has decided to declassify that information, and so now it becomes public that this is the CIA's new assessment. They're not the only agency that has come to this conclusion. In fact, we know the FBI has also come to this conclusion, but both of them, as you point out, have low confidence. And the reason that is because they all acknowledge that the Chinese government has in some way covered up evidence. So it's hard to get to the exact reason because we simply don't have the data we need to be more conclusive and more confident in that assessment that the lab leak is what happened. But again, CIA saying it is the most likely scenario. That is significant. Ratcliffe, during his hearing just a couple weeks ago, addressed the idea behind all agencies coming together and sharing information, sharing resources to try to come to the best conclusions. This is what he said about that as it related to how the government generally was investigating the origins of COVID. This is what he said.
I was surprised at the lack of coordination between, for instance, the intelligence community and health agencies like the CDC and the NIH, and the ability to, the channels were not open to share information like you're talking about. So many of these things can be, if not prevented, mitigated quickly if we're communicating and sharing intelligence better.
Now, he is not the only director of the CIA or intelligence official to have that complaint. We've heard that from several administrations, from several intel officials, that they want better coordination among all of our intel gatherings so that we can try to have better assessments and better reviews of these kinds of things in the hopes, Nichole, that we can prevent another outbreak moving forward.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.